I'm David Harwich, Visual Effects Supervisor and Co-Executive Producer with these two fine gentlemen.
Yes, and if you're here with the Sonic fan film. Now, we have a really nice treat to show you. Now, by a show of hands, who has been following this film since its inception? Alright, so a lot of you are actually unfamiliar with what we're doing here. Okay, so a brief summary. About a year and a half ago, we announced a fan film that's going to be ranging in about 30 minutes. It's a live-action Sonic fan film. About a year and a half ago, a little before we announced this, we released a Mega Man fan film that got kind of popular online, and after that we announced a Sonic fan film. And our, I guess our biggest draw with this is the fact that Jaleel White is voicing Sonic in this piece. This is the first time he's voicing Sonic since Sonic Underground. I was going to try to date it by year. But yeah, so a lot of people have been wondering, because we announced this back in mid-2010, and it's yet to be released. Everyone is wondering, where's the movie? What's going on? What's the progress and all that? We get a lot of questions about that. Unfortunately, online I haven't been able to specify a release date, because I just don't want to get any hopes up and then the day comes by and it's not out. So, now we're in the beginning of 2012 and everyone's wondering what's the progress on it and when is it coming out. So, what we're going to do is, in video form, I'm going to show you exactly what we've been doing since the last panel we had at last year's Magfest. So we're going to dim the lights, we're going to show you a 10-minute video. We're going to be showing you a 10-minute video summarizing the last year of production and working on this. So it's going to be a good introduction for those that don't know about the movie to see exactly the scale of the project, and also for those that are following it to see exactly what we've been doing with our time. Then after that, we're going to reveal some details about it and take some questions and additional other anecdotes about the shooting of the movie. So let's dim the lights.
And before we continue, if everyone could turn off the cameras and not photograph in any way video.
I was once a kinder man, a man of more compassion and forgiveness. I was the ideal scientist, but now I'm different. I'm no longer an ideal scientist. I'm so much more now. I'm the ideal man. A world under me would be flawless. Animals, humans, the blue blur. My enemy isn't just one or some. My enemy is all.
A lot of hard work, a lot of visual effects. Luckily, all the shooting is done, and now is the hard part, which is animating Sonic. Any other additional points before we move on, gentlemen?
It was hard work.
Yes, it was hard work.
7 weeks of set construction, 4 days to tear down the set, things like that.
If anybody wants a piece of the set, it'll be on eBay.
Yes.
No, not really.
No. That set took, yeah, 7 weeks, 7 long weeks, continuous weeks, in which we actually had to shut down production just to focus on constructing the set, which we've only used it for a few days. So, yes. But let's take a momentary break and take some questions, if there are any questions out there in the audience. Yes.
How did you get started in Slaughter to play Dr. Robotic so well? Because that guy was just like a big older
It's I never realized he had a similarity to him, but that's
It's actually him.
Oh, come on. A little tidbit, we actually, there were talks of different types of Robotniks. You want to name the two actors? Now here, before you mention their names, they were they were recommended from a client who finished directing a feature, and then we helped him promote it, and we helped him with some post-production work, and then he recommended two actors, that one of which we know, and the other we have yet to meet but expressed interest. So for those that know these actors, this should be quite hilarious. Go on.
Was it Kane Hodder?
Kane Hodder. Yes. For those who don't know him, which, yes, I'm glad someone does, Kane Hodder is known for playing Jason the most times, consistently. Jason Voorhees, 7, 8, and 9, and Jason X. Oh yeah, the third one. You do that one. There were actually 3 actors that we were.
You want to do
playing.
that? You do yours.
Yes, I'll do. Anyone familiar with Brian O'Halloran? Oh! He expressed interest, and we actually worked with him on 1 or 2 shoots, but for obvious reasons, we didn't strongly consider him.
And the third in his present condition since a movie way back in 1985 was Thomas F. Wilson was a candidate.
For those that don't know, he played Biff in Back to the Future.
Wow.
We had a resource to get in touch with him, but I guess we prioritized look and talent over just talent or notoriety. Because our Robotnik is relatively unknown, but
he's Robotnik.
He is Robotnik.
Who disagrees?
How dare you?
But
yeah, I disagree.
But yes, I worked. Short answer to that is I worked with him on a feature a few years back. His name is DJ Hazard. He played a serial killer who killed people who killed animals. So like if a guy microwaved a dog, he would microwave the guy. So very PETA strong, but the director's a character. I love him to death, but yeah, he had a sick mind for writing this, but love him to death. I hope that answers your question. Thank you. Any other? Yes.
How did you get Jaleel White, and what's it like working with him?
First off, he's awesome.
He's very good.
I assume it's fun.
He's very
cool
fun. He did a lot of small talk with us. During every break, he would always ask for tea and honey to soothe his throat, and he would savor the hell of that tea and just sharing stories with us. And he was very cool. And for who out there has heard of the Mega Man film that we did? Nice. At the end of our session, you want to tell the story, or at the end of the session? The recording session with Jaleel.
Oh yeah. Okay. At the end of the session.
Oh yeah. Okay. No. I mean, at the end of the recording session.
Oh, at the end of the recording
with
session.
Jaleel.
Okay, you do it. Go.
He was making his way out. We were saying our goodbyes, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we finished this Mega Man movie. It was 90 minutes." And his manager's like, "Oh, I'll grab that." Jaleel cock blocked him. He's like, "Hell no, this is my copy." He grabbed.
This is coming home with me now.
Yeah, he's coming home with me. I'm watching this tonight. So by now, Jaleel White has seen Mega Man, so I'm really pleased with that. Any other? But that doesn't answer the question, does it? How we got Jaleel? It was a pretty straightforward process. The client that we mentioned earlier, who was talking about Brian O'Halloran and all this, said, "Who are you thinking of playing Sonic?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I really want Jaleel White, but it's not going to happen." He's like, "Oh, I can get you Jaleel White," and I'm like, "Really?" So I didn't know that it's actually relatively not easy, but straightforward to contact an actor. You call the union, you call an agent, you talk to a bunch of people. If you're in the film industry, it's a relatively straightforward process. Because once you get past the agent, it's smooth sailing from there. Getting to that point is what's the bitch. But he gave us the number to his agent, which I later found that was much easier to acquire, because he ended up playing up that favor, which was quite funny, saying, "I got you Jaleel White."
Edit for me, bitch.
Yeah, but it turned out that it's a pretty straightforward process. The one thing that baffles me is, I don't know if this is true, but he said no to a bunch of the Sonic games from Sega. I don't know if that's the case, or if he was never offered it.
He also declined a few fan films.
He's declined numerous fan projects, and we're the only one he's ever said yes to. So I guess we did something right with our presentation in Mega Man. So I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I saw your hand up first. Yes.
So I guess this is this whole endeavor is a non-profit film hub. So how have you managed to get the resources to get these well-known actors and everything else to do animation? Have you managed to do it all?
Pocket change. Many sofas had a lot of change.
Personal resources.
Yeah.
It's all out of pocket.
Yeah.
Just from working, everyday business, just pushing forward.
Yeah, because our company is Blue Core Studios. We work on films, we rent out equipment, we do a bunch of stuff. Dan will get into all that later when we talk at the end of the panel about what's next for Sonic. But it's a weird circle of stuff, which is we put money into Sonic, some notoriety from that gets us a job that allows us to put the money back in our pockets, eat, then put the money back into Sonic. So it's a weird
it pretty much all goes back into Sonic.
Yeah.
Everything.
So yeah, it's been a sacrifice, but the goal was to one-up Mega Man and to also do something that's not been unheard of, because it's very rare when you can kind of take a character and single them to that, what fans consider the pivotal actor that represented him, and an actor who hasn't played the character in quite a while, and bring them back. So we felt this case it was worth it, whatever sacrifice we had to do. Yes.
Maybe he went with you guys because you guys haven't gotten the multiple cease and desist from like the other ones have.
Yes. The man who shall remain nameless. I know exactly who you're talking about.
We haven't gotten any. We only got
We got praise at Comic-Con.
continue.
Sonic. Sega seems to be aware of what we're doing. They're really into it, which is going to go back to what we're going to talk about in the end about what's next with this movie. But
they can't publicly say anything. We spoke to them at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Also, did you guys play Sonic Generations? What did you think?
I did. It was a joint birthday gift, and I played it and I absolutely adore it.
What location are you guys mostly filming in?
I don't know. It's pretty even, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a combination of foresty areas in upstate New York, a set that we constructed, certain shots in Manhattan, because we're trying to find an urban setting to kind of represent areas like Starlight and all that, Starlight Zone, without showing too many people, because you don't want a Sonic film bogged down by too many people. But yeah, it's been pretty spread out. Originally, where we were going to shoot?
Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands.
Hawaii was considered.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We tried working into the budget, but it just did not work out. We really wanted to do that and get some aerial photography there.
We had to eat, so it was either eating or shooting. We opted for food.
Yes, but with a combination of CGI matte painting and what you see, we're going to be able to pull off exactly what we need. But
it means more work for me.
Yes, but at the end of the day, we're hoping that if something more comes out, we can shoot on a tropical island. So, you had your hand up?
Yes. After Mega Man, what made you think of doing Sonic next? Or were you thinking about anything else?
For you or me, Dave?
It's for both of us.
Or I'll tell the first part.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we were at we were at SGC of 2010, right?
Yep.
2010, and we were like, we had a panel coming up, and we're like, I know we got to do one more fan film. We got to really cap it off, because we did Mega Man. I'm pretty sure we're going to do something else, something smaller scale, but we need to end, because Mega Man, as well accepted as it is, I mean, with my ability now, I can definitely one-up that. With everyone's ability here, we can one-up that. So we want to end on that, one-up, that definitive fan film that kind of sets a new level. And we were thinking about it. We're like, okay, I know we want to do Metroid, but Nintendo's not going to like that, because, with fan films, they're very iffy. And we're like, all right, there's one I've always wanted to do, but I'm not going to say it out loud, because it ain't happening.
I said it out loud.
You said it out loud, and then I was like, no, I don't like your idea. We're going to get to that later, what your idea was, but I shot it down really quickly.
I had two ideas.
Not because I didn't want to do it, because I thought it was impossible. And then